right? Because you kind of pick up a defensive position and wait, I guess, in a sense, for them to charge after you.
Yeah, I mean, for DM and ranked, it's all about patience and hoping that the enemy gets, exasperated and tries to push into you and you punish them. I didn't find it's not boring, but you're like the linchpin in the strategy.
And I don't know, I've seen so many Des Moines that have beautiful positions just give it up and leave for some odd reason. Which is unfortunate because sometimes they're in a spot to prevent a push or something, and then nope. Now how about this matchmaking? And we have an airborne samurai sighting, guys. The fun thing about ranked is you start recognizing a lot of the players after a bit.
For better or for worse, this is true.
That's right. So would you take the Kaba into ranked?
Maybe in 10 to 5, not 5 to 2. But I have seen some Kabas, especially in Northern Lights, to go up the 9 line and hit the DDs, capping in the island behind C and just wreck them.
Yeah, if they can get on the flank, the typical kind of gameplay.
Right, exactly. It's like Sleeping Giant going into A, or just being on the flank in general and harassing people. If a Khabarovsk can lure a cruiser and a DD away from the fight and lose their DPM for the red team, then it's done its job.
Amen to that one. Now looking at flags, we've got detonation speed, fire chance, consumable, repair party booster, and the other fire chance. These are all the typical flags that you would want on a destroyer, especially the Russian destroyer.
He does have an American flag on, though. That counts against him.
Yeah, well, 5% bonus, man. I'd do it too. Now, interesting, his concealment is 8.7. So that means he's probably running the steering mod 3 instead of concealment module. That's my guess, at least. And yes, Kava is really well suited to this kind of matchmaking because there's 5 destroyers for it to knock down. A Yamato that's really slow and sluggish. I mean, it can get a couple of good shots on him. Maybe it could do good things, but that's about it. His biggest threat is going to be the Moskva.
Enemy force sighted on the horizon.
Oh, we do officially have 2 people over 1,000 games for this season, as of today.
Who are ranked out?
They have not ranked out.
Oh. Wow. I've played, I think between all 9 seasons, I'm at like 1,200 games. I don't know that I could have the stomach to play 1,000 in one season.
Playing it very similarly to the Kiev game.
I was thinking the same thing.
Except this time he doesn't have 8-kilometer torps.
No. I feel like Kiev is just tier for tier far better of a ship. Oh, this Republic, way too overextended at the beginning. No, maybe he's using concealment module because his rudder's out. It should have been back by now if he had steering gears 3, right?
Yeah, it's like a 14 or 10-second repair with the mod.
Yeah, SAT's bringing up a good point. With the Yamato and the Moskva where they were, he could have easily gone for a beat cap. Especially seeing as there's that Yu Yang that's over by A now and that's it. I've only had one ranked game like this where it was 5 destroyers, 1 cruiser, 1 battleship. And it was a crazy battle where our Zhao tried to sit in the back and farm damage, which you just simply can't do with only, with 5 destroyers.
Yeah, this is definitely not playing towards the strengths of the Khab I wanted to see like that.
So when you say not playing like a Khab, and Blaz is also mentioning it in the chat, what kind of things would you guys prefer to be seeing? I mean, we already talked about charging down the 4-5 line. Now is a good opportunity for torpedoes.
See if he uses AP on the broadside.
Good point.
I mean, even against broadside destroyers, a Khab AP is very good.
Yeah, I've gotten better at doing that myself with Yu Yang when I played her.
Yeah, definitely. Like somebody in the heat of the moment, you might forget it, but it's a good practice to try it out in the flat against you, even in the DD vs DD fight.
Pretty crazy how the team's all kind of rallying around the Republic too.
Trying to dock with a mothership or something.
And then the Republic's asking for spotting. Well, no wonder. Yeah, SAT bringing up a good point. If he had supported the B push, he could have knocked out the Yu Yang, of course. Possibly the other destroyer that was there as well. And I think most importantly, you kind of box them into a corner, which they're going to start doing soon, I think. Especially if this Moskva goes down.
Is that a green shim at the bottom on the J line?
I'm sorry, say that again? On the J line, what?
J6. Is that a Shimakaze? Friendly Shimakaze?
No, that's the outline of Yu Yang.
Enemy destroyer sunk. Enemy cruiser destroyed. Our team has taken the lead. Deactivated.
Alright, well, now the two big threats, Yamato and Moskva, are gone.
Our victory is in sight.
Yeah, I agree with SAT score. If it had gone to be a lot earlier, this would have been a lot more one-sided.
Yep, here's a good opportunity to use AP as well right now.
Enemy destroyer foundered.
Oh, just in time, that Yu Yang was starting to recognize AP. Did you see that? He just switched to AP in the last salvo.
Yeah.
Well, for those of you guys just joining in, welcome to the replay theater. And if you can, if you're interested, hop on down to the NA community Discord. There's a voice chat that we're in right now, Lego Party and I, and we're gonna showcase one of my replays from Ranked, and we'll go from there. SAT, why don't you like to use AP from Khabarovsk on other destroyers? Too much overpen? Okay. I mean, I think against like a Gearing it would be okay, or a Yu Yang.
I definitely noticed when I was playing Garen or Yu Yang, AP and other summer ship definitely helped with AP versus HE if they're flat on. Hit the front side of the ship.
That's a good point. What's up, Halcyon? So, what we're going to try doing here is I posted the link to the replay. If you guys are interested in following along from your own computer and being able to control the game and all that, go ahead and download it. And what I'm going to do is have you guys get to the 19-minute mark in the replay, and then I will tell you when I'm there. We'll try to sync it up so that whatever I'm seeing is exactly what you guys are seeing as well. Now, Lego, have you played a lot of destroyers in Ranked, or are you mainly just cruisers?
I played mostly cruisers, but I had Yu Yang and Garen. I had over 60% win rates in those in 20 plus games. And I did find you can carry a lot easier in the 10-5 than the 5-2 because people are better with their radar and better aiming at the lower ranks.
That's true. That is very true.
There was just so much radar in 5-2 as well. It was kind of stressful if you were playing something like the Z52, that the torps versus the 9.9 kilometer radar and 11 points. It's tough positioning.
Right.
And you would see a lot of inexperienced DD players not know the positioning and it was just gunned down. It's just kind of frustrating to watch. So
And to be honest, that's why I switched to destroyers, because I was so sick of watching destroyers do that kind of stuff.
well, I switched to I switched to Des Moines to take advantage of that myself, and it would seem to work out.
Oh, okay, that's a good point.